What are you planning to do?
Hello? Do you really need to ask? I'm going to reply to him, of course.
Kira, thank you for your reply. Please do not worry. I will follow orders and do as you say.
This guy's gonna be no help at all. If this fake had any idea what my wishes were, he'd insist that Elle appear on TV and then kill him anyway.
I don't think you have the eyes, but you don't have to worry. I would never try to kill you. Just tell me how I can meet you without the police knowing. You'll think of something, and when we meet, we can confirm our identities by showing our Shinigami to each other.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have returned for some more Death Note Season 1, Episode 12. Things are getting hella spicy. We got a second Shinigami in the mix, and somebody who has the eyes, which is kind of crazy. Like, I've seen this shit so long ago, and some of the stuff comes back in bits and pieces, but I guess after 20 years...
It's been even years since I watched a portion of the show that I don't remember until right when something happens. I'm like, oh, that's familiar.
You see, that's the thing, like, I watched this shit in like 2000 and like 5? I don't know. It's been so long, so like, if I feel like I'm blanking out, I might be getting old, bro. Let's get into it. This one is titled Love. So... let's see if that love is between Light and... what's this? Did they tell us what this girl's name was? No? Okay. I don't know if love is in the cards for Light right now. I think World Conquest is
That is what he loves.
Alright.
Light, Ryuzaki has decided that he'd like you to help with the investigation. If you're still interested, then you need to come here right away.
Okay, Dad. All along, I've been trying to find a way to get involved in the investigation, but I never thought they would actually approach me. Now I'll have access to classified information about the case, which means I can learn more about this other Kira. I need to figure out what this imposter is all about before someone else on the task force beats me to it.
Thank you, Light.
Not at all. After all, I want to catch Kira as much as you do, Ryuga.
I'll have to ask that you call me Ryuzaki here.
I'm Matsui.
I'm Aihara.
And I'm Asahi.
Yes, of course. Then perhaps I should call myself Light Asahi?
Yes, please do. To keep things simple from this point on, I'll call you Light. Okay, let's get down to work. You can start by looking over all the information we've collected. I'd also like you to examine these videos. They were sent to the TV station but were never aired. For security reasons, you're not permitted to take notes, and all materials must remain here.
I understand.
We will begin now.
Light.
Well then, we need to ask Light Yagami to assist us. However, we cannot tell him that we're considering the possibility of a second Kira.
Are you serious? But wouldn't that make working together a bit difficult?
He's right. Why even bother asking him to work with us?
Well, I didn't mean indefinitely. I'm curious to see what his impression of these tapes will be prior to knowing ours. Light's deductive reasoning is really quite incredible. He may suspect that these tapes are the work of a second Kira, an imposter, or copycat imitating the original.
But the basis for the second Kira theory is that the victims of these recent killings were minor criminals who don't fit the normal profile. Without hearing your explanation, how would Light ever know that?
Yes, but there's more to it than that. The suspect that we've been pursuing up until now has needed both a name and a face to kill his victims. But there is something different happening here. Recall that Mr. Ukita was killed the moment he arrived at the station. And this Kira demanded only that I appear on TV, but made no request for my name. This implies that the second Kira only needs to see a person's face to kill them. So I'll ask Light to look over all of our information, as well as our video evidence. If he comes to the conclusion that there could be a second suspect, then he'd be almost completely cleared of suspicion in this case.
But how will that prove anything?
Logically, if he's really Kira, he'll want me dead, seeing as I'm the one leading the investigation against him right now. And the way things are going, if I comply with this new subject's demands and appear on TV in 3 days, there's a very good chance I will die. I can't see the real Kira jeopardizing such an easy opportunity to get rid of me.
I can.
Okay,
Light wants to
but
kill
are you suggesting
himself.
that if my son does not come to the same conclusion, there's an
I
even
think he'd
greater
be
chance that
pissed
he is
if
guilty?
someone else did it.
No.
Yeah.
In that case, there will
He wants
still
to
only be a
outsmart you
5%
and
chance.
finish you.
We'll inform him that we are investigating the possibility of a copycat and have him cooperate with us as planned.
Now that you've seen proof of my powers, you should have no trouble believing that I am Kira. On the designated
This video is so mediocre, it's making me sick to my stomach. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm the real one, but this is a complete disgrace to everything Kira stands for. Something's not right here. It seems unusual that no one bothered to explain this video to me. It's not like them. Well, in any case, I'd be stupid to comment on it. It's probably best if I say nothing. If I just leave it alone, Elle dies.
So, what do you make of this, Light? Have you come to any conclusions?
Damn, it's a test. It's hard to say for sure, but there might be another person out there with Kira's power.
With Kira's power? But what do you mean by that, Light?
At the very least, I'd say this tape was not created by the Kira we're familiar with. It's extremely out of character for him to use these kinds of victims for his killings. And since we've established that he needs a name and face to kill, it makes you wonder how he was able to kill that detective and those two officers right outside the television station like that.
It's the same.
That's almost exactly how Ryozaki said it.
That was incredible, Light. Now any doubts about you should be resolved.
What do you think? He's gonna doubt you more.
I think you're exactly right about that. We also believe that this is the work of a second Kira.
I knew it. So you knew about this all along, Ryuzaki? Which means this was just another one of your tests?
It wasn't my intention to test you. The truth is, if I was the only one who thought there was a second Kira, it wouldn't be too convincing. But the fact that we both came to the same conclusion makes the theory that much more believable. As expected, you did not disappoint us. You've been a great help. It's decided then. First, we must focus on stopping this copycat. From what we've seen, he sympathizes with the real Kira, but clearly lacks his sophistication. I think he might even be willing to obey the original. If so, we could lure him into a trap by sending our own message from the real Kira.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
Shit.
You literally took the words right out of my mouth.
Oh, and Light, I would like you to play the part of the real Kira.
Huh? Me as Kira?
Yes, you're the only one I can think of who'd be able to pull something like this off. At
Me?
any rate, you don't have time to waste. Do you think you could script a message from Kira in time for it to be aired on this evening's national news?
Damn him. He must have been planning this from the beginning. It's the only reason I'm here. Ryuzaki, does this look okay? I think I managed to make it believable.
I think you've done an excellent job with this. However, if we don't omit the part that says you're free to kill L, then I'm gonna end up dead.
Sorry. I guess I got carried away playing the part. I figured if I was him, I'd probably demand that you be killed. I was improvising. Feel free to change it to whatever you like.
Sounds good. Okay, Ayana, the script is ready. I'll leave it to
Wishful
you.
thinking.
All right.
Okay, so maybe we're wrong
And now,
about
a
him
shocking
just
announcement.
being happy
In
with
response
killing
to the
himself.
frightening Kira video aired on Sakura TV only a few days ago, an anonymous individual has contacted us claiming to be the real Kira. In short, he has demanded of this network, as well as several others, that we air the message you are now about to see. I would also like to mention that the NPA has granted us permission to air this video. Is this the real Kira? No one knows for sure, but we can only hope this video will provide us with some much-needed answers.
I am Kira,
It worked! I knew he'd answer me.
the true Kira. The one who was broadcast on Sakura TV several days ago is a pretender, a fake. The purpose of this message is to communicate my will to this imposter. I have chosen to be lenient with him for the time being, only because I believe he wishes to cooperate with me in the creation of a new world. But I want to make it absolutely clear that the taking of innocent lives is against my will. If this person claiming to be me is truly sympathetic to my cause and wishes to be of some help, I ask two things of him: that he refrain from killing aimlessly, and that he agree to abide by my basic principles.
Yay! Now where is that camcorder?
What are you planning to do?
Hello? Do you really need to ask? I'm going to reply to him, of course.
My thing is,
Ryuzaki,
why not just
we
get
have a
your deck
reply
god
from
to
the
fly
second
around
Kira.
until you find his deck god? You know what I'm saying?
I'll be bringing
Do they know each other? Like, oh, hey, haven't seen you in a minute. Didn't see you in a cafeteria the other day, right?
Easy enough. You don't have to do this back and forth shit.
Kira, thank you for your reply. Please do not worry. I will follow orders and do as you say.
Whoa.
It worked.
I will do as you say, huh? This guy's gonna be no help at all. If this fake had any idea what my wishes were, he'd insist that Elle appear on TV and then kill him anyway. How could you fall for something like this? Damn it.
I really want to meet you. I don't think you have the eyes, but you don't have to worry. I would never try to kill you. That's a promise.
What the hell is he thinking? Talking about Shinigami eyes in a public message like this?
What's this having the eyes supposed to mean? Is it a code?
Yeah.
Here's the time how I can meet you without the police knowing. You'll think of something, and when we meet, we can confirm our identities by showing our Shinigami to each other.
Shinigami? If I don't do something about it quickly...
Get that idiot, man.
You alright?
This is dumb.
Shinigami? Am I supposed to believe that? That Shinigami actually exist?
This girl is so dumb, bro. Like,
You're just out in all the business.
yeah. You might as well tell him how you kill each other.
Bring your death note, I'll bring mine. Compare notes.
What the fuck, bro? She's so...
I'll write yours, you read mine.
She's so dumb, bro. What the fuck are you
Jeepers.
thinking?
Shinigami? Am I supposed to believe that?
Elle's
That
gooch is gonna
Shinigami
start to
actually
sweat in a minute.
exist?
He's like,
That's impossible.
overload.
Obviously, they don't exist.
Yes, that's right, Ryuzaki. Listen to yourself. Of course Shinigami don't exist.
You're looking at one.
You're probably right, but I remember that Kira had those prisoners write something suggesting the existence of Shinigami.
So based on that fact, perhaps we're dealing with the same person after all. That would definitely explain why we're hearing the same words.
I don't think so, because if this was the same person, it's highly unlikely he would have responded to our video in the first place. And why would he agree to let Elle live after going to all the trouble of getting him to appear on TV? The real Kira wants him dead, so it doesn't make sense.
And maybe there's some other connection between the real one and this new guy. They could have already met and decided to use the word Shinigami as a way to confuse us.
No, I'd say that's unlikely. It's as Light says. If the two Kiras were connected, I don't think the imposter would be so willing to give up on his plan to kill me. All of this suggests to me that the copycat has his own agenda and is acting independently of the first. I believe his actual motivation is to meet the original.
I think you're right. He's acting out of an interest in Kira. The word Shinigami could very well be some reference to their killing power. Saying we can confirm our identities by showing our Shinigami to each other probably means that they'd confirm their identities by somehow demonstrating their ability to kill.
Talking about him like he's not right there.
That's it. Based on their messages, we can assume that the word Shinigami must hold some other meaning that only the real Kira and the second Kira are aware of. Now, we just need to convince this copycat to tell us.
Oh my god. He's this bitch.
Respond and force him to be more specific. We have to be careful how we handle this. We can't make it too obvious that we're asking, otherwise he'll realize we're not Kira.
No, from now on, it's best that we leave it up to the two Kiras.
What do you mean?
I imagine that the second Kira is probably quite satisfied with the current situation now that he's received a televised response. He sent a message to get Kira's attention, and as far as he knows, he now has it. Also, there's that word he used, one that only the two of them would understand. We'll arrange to have this reply broadcast today on Sakura's 6 o'clock news. Naturally, this will be of interest to Kira, and he'll be following this exchange between the copycat and the one we've invented. Now, if I were Kira himself, my priority would be to prevent this imposter from coming into contact with the police. This is good for us, because it means that the real Kira may feel pressured to respond this time.
Okay, but let's say that he doesn't respond. Then what do we do?
Yes, I've been thinking about what the second Kira might do if he gets no response. For one, he might reveal more information that he knows Kira once kept secret, to pressure him into a meeting. Of course, that would make Kira nervous. It could be interesting. And what would be more interesting is if Kira sends a message of his own to prevent this from happening. Ideally, this could provide us with the physical evidence we'll need to build a case against him. In the meantime, let's gather all the information we can on this copycat.
See, me now, I'm saying, yo, Ryuk, I'll go buy you a bag of apples, fly circles around the city till you find that.
Yes.
It's like,
Beautiful.
nah,
Just like
fam.
that. Perfect.
Like, it's
I'm
crazy.
telling
She
you,
gave
these
up
are
half
gonna
her
knock you
life for the
dead.
eyes. She's a
You
young
look like a
thing.
little
I guess she don't care about living. As you say, you don't want to live to be too
Tired.
old.
That shoot went
So
on
maybe she like
forever.
that too.
Modeling takes a lot of energy.
Maybe she's like, ah, once I'm not hot anymore, I don't care.
Hey, Rem.
Rem.
Can I ask you something?
What is it?
Each Shinigami has to have one death note of their own. For a Shinigami to give a notebook to a human, he needs to have two. Ryu could give a death note to Kira because he somehow found a way to sneak an extra one past the Shinigami King.
Right.
What about you?
The Shinigami King isn't someone who's easily fooled. It doesn't happen often.
Oh, then how did I get mine?
Let's just say it has a lot to do with the fact that I'm one of the few in the Shinigami realm who knows how to kill another of my kind.
Oh.
That's how I ended up with two.
Oh, I think I get it. You killed a Shinigami and then you gave his notebook to me, right?
It's not like that. I wasn't the one who killed him. I just happened to be around when he died. It was coincidence, really.
So, how do you kill a Shinigami? I have to know. Well?
Never repeat this to anyone. I learned the only way to kill a Shinigami is to make them fall in love with a human.
Oh.
What a beautiful way to kill.
Me.
There once was a Shinigami named Jealous who spent all of his time watching over a certain human girl. Jealous wanted nothing more than to look at her as she went about her daily life. It's today, isn't it? Her last day alive.
She looks so full of life. I wonder why
Oh,
today...
yeah, I forgot that they know when someone's gonna die.
It's just not fair.
I also wanted to find out how she was going to die, so I stayed and watched with him. It was nighttime and she was walking alone. No one else was around. And then it happened. A man suddenly appeared and blocked her path. He was clearly infatuated with the girl.
I love you more than anyone else in the world. I'm always watching you. I want to protect you forever.
She'd never seen the man before, and of course, turned him down.
That's a psychopath.
Then, if I can't have you, I'll kill us both!
Those guys are the worst.
Wait, stop it! What are you doing? Without even thinking, Jealous did something that we Shinigami must never do.
Jealous is a cool dude.
Mm-hmm. Interesting way of spelling jealous.
Jealous used his death note to kill the man instantly, and therefore saved the girl's life. It was the wrong thing to do. Shinigami exist only to shorten and take human lives. We aren't permitted to undo that which has been fated.
That's kind of sad.
So he saved the blonde girl, and then she died, and then she came down to watch over her.
He didn't save the blonde girl.
That's the same girl.
Oh, it's not.
At that moment, Jealous became
girl he
something
saved has
which was
black
neither
hair.
sand
You
nor
sure?
rust,
Yes.
and disappeared forever. He died. The only reminder of his existence was his death note, left behind.
It's not the same girl.
The rest of his lifespan was added to hers. So not only had he saved her life, he'd accidentally extended it well beyond its natural end.
So if he'd never fallen in love with this girl, he'd probably still be alive today, wouldn't he?
That's right.
I had no idea. All this time I thought it was luck, but it was a Shinigami who saved my life that day.
Told you it was her.
Yes.
Told you.
Jealous loved you enough to die for
So why
you.
was her hair black?
So that
It was
death
blonde to
note
me.
is now
didn't look blonde.
yours to keep.
So that's why. That's why she didn't have a problem giving up half her lifespan, because them Shinigamis live for like however fuck long.
For
So
a Shinigami to die, they have to love a human enough that they'd prevent their death from happening.
that's
So what about you, Rem? You're not in love with me, are you? Be honest.
Just forget it. You really think you can kill me that easily?
Oops, you saw through that? I'm
Does
so
she still get
glad.
old?
At least now I have something
Probably.
interesting to tell Kira.
she just
But I
can't
wonder,
die.
Does
Well,
he know
from natural
how to
death.
kill a Shinigami? I asked him on TV to find a way for us to meet each other, but he hasn't replied to me yet. What's taking him so long? Maybe I should just send him another message.
So maybe I was wrong that this one isn't like her.
That girl looked nothing like her.
This isn't good.
Tell
I
you,
can't allow
it
this
looked like
second
it.
kid to
Didn't
act
look
on his
like
own
it
for
to
much
me.
longer. He's careless, so it's only a matter of time before he slips up, and when he does, the police will be waiting. With him in custody, they could find out about the death note.
Me bumbo.
Something to start.
No.
A strawberry sundae, please.
Of course. Be right back.
What should I do? How can I contact the second kid without Elle noticing anything?
Here you go. Enjoy.
I can't wait to meet Kira.
I wonder, what kind of person are you, imposter?
I wonder, what kind of person are you, Kira?
She's just so cute. I don't understand
you
why
can-
she wants to do this.
Bro, she's bored. She's rich, famous, beautiful. She got everything she wants, right? So, I don't know. This is going to be a crazy twist to this whole story. Going from one person who is very methodical about how he does things to another one that just seems like she does things off a whim. Right? No thought put into it. So, if he doesn't find her quick, they're going to find out so much information that is gonna pretty much just fuck up the whole thing for him. Anyways, guys, leave me your thoughts in the comments. Anything we missed, as usual, let us know, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
No, go back. I want to see her hair. I'm telling you, I swore it was black. Black with a red hat.
Okay.
A little bit more back. See? That's black hair, long black hair. So pardon me for not thinking it looks like the same person.
I think it's probably because, well, one, she's a model, right? Two.
Yes, but there's no way to look at that and deduce that it's the same little girl.
Well,
my take from that before they said it was her was that other Shinigami watched it happen, picked up his death note, and was bored like Ryuk, and went down and dropped the death note for the girl.
Fair enough.
Because they said once you touch the death note, it becomes yours. So that would mean that she would have two of them. So I thought she was bored and went down and gave one to this girl for a little fun in the sun. Okay. That was what I deduced from this.
Okay. The reason why I assumed it was her is because of the fact that I thought that this was in black and white, right? So that was why it showed you that it was like...
yeah, but then the hair would be white if it's blonde. It wouldn't be black.
True. But I guess since she's a model, she puts on different like wigs and stuff, right? So that makes sense.
I guess she could dye her hair, but there's no way that looking at that would make somebody like, oh, same girl. Because her hairstyle is different. It's long and black and...
Fair enough.
And I don't know, that girl gives me vibes that she's like fucking 10.
Yeah.
Like, she looks like a little baby.
Yeah. So, a couple things could have happened there. One, selective memory. So maybe bits and pieces of the story came back to me, and that's why I knew it was her. Because like I said, I watched it 20 years ago, right? So that could have been part of it. Or I just kind of put two and two together because of the fact that he was telling her the story and I figured it was about her. But anyways, let us know what your thoughts are in the comments, guys. Catch you in the next one. Peace.